Hello. There's no one on yet. While I wait for people to show up, I will get the timer ready. This is a very, very last minute. What? Sprint session. Oh my gosh. That I did not plan. But nevertheless, I am here. Hello to the one person who is watching. My hair is a mess right now. That's why it's up in this little... Give me a second. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Oh, I should probably let the Discord know that I'm here. Some people were trying to do some reading sprints, so in the Discord, so I decided to come on here and do some sprints because I just got home from work and I'd also like to do some sprints because I shared in the Discord earlier that I would like to read, if I could, 100 books this year. I've never done that before. I don't think I've ever read more than the most I'd ever read in a year was, I think, 60, 50. It was 2021. That was my most highest reading year. What? I don't even know how to speak right now. I read the most I read in a year during 2021. That's how you say it. Hello, welcome, hi. 2 a.m. Oh my goodness. I would be falling asleep reading if I was reading at 2 a.m. Hello, welcome to the sprints, the last minute sprints. Why is Discord giving me like 50,000 notifications? Okay, let me see. How do I share? View on YouTube. Here we go. All right, I'm going to share it onto the Discord. Come join me. There we go. Okay. Hello, welcome. What are you reading at the moment? I am reading Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. I got the pretty Barnes & Noble signed edition during their 50% off sale. So I've been eyeing this book for so long. I read These Violent Delights. That's what it's called. I read that book in 2020, I want to say, or early 2021. Yeah, I read it early 2021, like springish, and I enjoyed it, but not enough to continue on with the series or the duology. So I wasn't expecting to read the second one, but then I read the blurb for this one and it sounded really good and the reviews were really good too. So I was like, I can't read this without reading the rest of the duology. So I was going to buy them, or they'd been on my radar, Our Violent Ends and Foul Lady Fortune, after I read what Foul Lady Fortune was about. And then that's when I decided I wanted to read them, but I just never bought them because I didn't want to pay. But during the sale, the cover sale, both of the books were at Barnes & Noble. So I bought them, and this one was signed. And I just finished Our Violent Ends, not yesterday, but the day before, while I was on the plane home from Dallas. I was visiting family there, so I actually bought these in Dallas. So I finished Our Violent Ends while I was on the plane. But yeah, I have Foul Lady Fortune. I love that they're doing these sprayed edges. It's so pretty and it matches with this little potion thing right here. So this story follows Rosalind from this universe, I guess you could say. Quick question, any tips on how to grow your YouTube channel? One thing I find is that is very important. One tip I guess I've gathered is that thumbnails are very important. If you have a not so appealing looking thumbnail, people are less likely to click on your video simply because of the thumbnail. Because that's the first thing that people see before they even watch your video. So having a good thumbnail is very important. Something trendy or cute looking. I don't know how else to explain it. But yeah, does anyone have any questions or anything they would like to say before we get started? Of course, Bree. Anything I can do to help. I've been very inconsistent with this channel, but I do have a couple of videos lined up. I do want to do a every single book I read in 2022 because I managed to read 44 books, and I don't know how I did that with all of the things going on in my life, but I did. So this year, since I'm not going to be in school, I am going to be working a lot, but I'm not going to be in school, so I have a little more time. And I don't have homework when I get home from school or work or whatever, so I can just relax when I'm home. So I will be attempting to read at least 2 books a week to try to get to 100. I feel like I can do it, but I also don't want to force myself. So my Goodreads goal is 52 books. So it's like 1 a week. But if I can, I'd like to read 100. How long do you think this live stream will be? At least 2 hours. I would like to go for 3 or 4 because I want to get at least halfway through this book. I'm only on page 28, but I know during reading sprints, the live streams that I have, I usually end up reading a lot faster. Also, I want to share this with you. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Here's the comment that asked that. Okay. Thank you, Rhiannon? Rhiannon? I think that's how you say your name. But if it's not, please correct me. I updated my reading journal. I haven't really talked about it much because my last video was when I bought my reading journal. So I have a 2022 tab and a 2023 tab. I just made it out of a Post-it note. I just cut off the sticky part. So here's 2022. She's kind of boring. I didn't really finish her. This reading this year was not very good for my reading, I guess. These are all the books I read. I haven't finished this one yet. Book covers. I didn't even fill this page out. This is my book bracket. My favorite book was A Court of Mist and Fury. So, this is not updated. What is this? Book recommendations. My book club, not updated. I still have to add these last 3 books. And my daily reading challenge for December and November. Could you tell that I was going through it here for school? So bad. Finals week this year was horrible. And this is my, maybe I should bring it closer. This is my series tracker. This is from 2022. So I do have some new spreads. I didn't read anything from the Shatter Me series at all. Even though it was the book of the month for my book club, that month, November and December were so bad for me. October, November, and December, so bad. School-wise. Like, I was so busy. Look how cute the little stickers are. I bought too many books this month. We're not going to talk about it. But, like, yeah, I ended up not using these book of the month spreads. Didn't like them. I kept it really simple just because I knew that if I made it complicated, I would not keep up with it. So I made it simple. The designs are just stickers. So I just buy stickers. I didn't finish this spread. October, this is what she looks like. I can make a video if you guys want me to go more in depth with it. I've just been very inconsistent with it because of school. So, yeah, December I only read one book, and it was the book of the month. But I bought 11. So, this is what 2023 looks like so far. I just have to sketch that in. 8 p.m. there. Oh, you're in the same time zone that I was in when I was in Texas. Nice. And I'm kind of still on that time right now, so in my head it's like 8:30, but it's 6 p.m. here. This is like my monthly overview for the whole year, I guess. I'm being optimistic, and in my head I'm going to read 100 books this year. So I have like a list of I made all these spaces for books. This is my book bracket. This is where I'm going to put my book covers. My year-end ratings, I'm going to put like a book for, since I already finished Our Violent Ends. Like I'm going to put a little tally for each rating of a book. Here's like DNF, 0.5, all of that. Ooh, Tennessee. I've only been to Tennessee once, and it was in 2017, I would say. Yeah, 2017. And I went to Nashville and I really loved it. And then here's my series tracker, my updated one. I have 2 series I'm in the brink of finishing, the Twisted one and then the off-campus one. I just have to finish the Legacy. And then some of these aren't even completed yet. Like the author hasn't finished all the books. But I just wrote them down just because I thought it would look cool. I finished one here, and which is the only book I read this year so far. And yeah, I plan on finishing this one soon too, the Court of Thorns and Roses one. And the ones that are highlighted like in gray mean that I own all the books in that series. So those are the ones I should prioritize. So Caraval, if you didn't know, is the book of the month for my book club. If you haven't joined my book club, you should check out the link in the description to the Discord. I'm thinking about moving it to Fable, but I'm not sure because I don't really like the format of like you have to read this amount by this date and this amount by this date, because I like having the flexibility, and then probably just having like a reading vlog of me reading that book. I want to start doing that, but no promises. But yeah, Caraval is the next trilogy that I want to tackle after whichever series I finish next. Anyway, my daily reading challenge. I write how many pages I read that month, and then I highlight it if I read at all. I haven't even finished this one. I have to keep filling in the lines. And then here's January so far. I still have to add my stickers and stuff. And here's my review for Our Violent Ends. But yeah, before I start rambling again, let's just get started and read, because I can always do that another time, but time to do some sprints. So I think we're going to start off with 30 minutes. I think that's a good number. 30 minutes. Okay, let's share my screen. Oh, I have to present. Hold on. Share screen. This one. Share. Voila. Oh. Nope. Can I move myself? What is this? Oh! Yeah, we'll go with this one. All right. You like Fable? Okay, I might try it out for a month and see how it goes, but we shall see. Okay. Are we all ready? I presume we are. I'm just going to start the sprint. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How did everyone's sprint go? I've noticed that we've had people like come in and out. Hello, welcome back. I actually didn't read as much as I'd hoped I would. This is really bright. Okay. Sorry, I'm like, I have sparkling water, so I'm like burping. Hi, I'm late. What book are you reading? I'm reading Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. It's the first in this duology, I think. And I think she's actually coming out with some short stories soon. So I will be reading those. I read 40 pages. Ooh, that's really good. I don't even think I read 30. No, I read, it's 54 minus 28. 26 pages. I didn't read much. I got distracted because my friend was texting me and I was looking for some music to play while reading. Let me actually share with you guys the playlist I'm listening to. It's on Spotify. Just found a random playlist. I'll put it in the comments. But that's what I'm listening to. It's like a chill jazz playlist. I don't know, I just searched up like cafe jazz and that's what came up. So yeah, I'm reading Foul Lady Fortune right now. I don't know what else to say. It's starting to pick up. We're getting introduced to the main guy character. So how was everyone else's sprint so far? I think the next one I want to make a little longer because that did not seem long enough. How do we feel about 35 minutes? 40 minutes? 45? Adding another 15? So maybe 35 or 45. What do you guys think? I'm open to suggestions. Or just keeping it at 30? That works too. Just let me know in the comments. Oh, Addison, what book are you reading? If you're still on. What book are you reading? What book are all you guys reading? I'm very curious. I'd like to know. $45? Okay. We'll do 45 just to see how it goes. And if it feels like too long, then I'll go back to 30. Ooh, Dance of Thieves, that's on my TBR. Oh, I forgot to add that to my series tracker. Dance of Thieves. I don't even know if I have room in my series tracker anymore. Yeah, I don't know if I have room in this thing. Well, actually, yeah. Do you know what the series is called? Dance of Thieves. I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's just called the Dance of Thieves series. Okay. Dance of Thieves. I don't even know what it's about, but I heard it's good. All right. Yes, we will do 45 minutes for sure. Okay. Dance of Thieves. I will just add it here really small and have it share a line with the Shatter Me series. Yeah, I still have to write the titles for all of my spreads. But yeah, I just did this all today while I was at work. I have so many series that I need to get to. My main goal this year is to read the series on my shelves because there are just so many and I really need to get through all of them. The ones on this side are fantasy, and the ones on this side, I think the top half, this is romance. This one is a manga one, which is also romance. And then this, like this down, is mystery. So yeah, most of them are fantasy, and most of the fantasy ones, I own all of them, so I need to get on that. This is where it ends. Oh, I've heard of that book. I bought it, and then I ended up giving it away to someone else, to one of my friends who wanted to read it, and they said it was good, but I never read it. That's the one with the chalk on the front, right? On the cover. Ah! Yeah, okay. So ACOTAR is probably the slowest one out of all of them. It was kind of boring, to be honest, in comparison to the rest of the ones in the series. I've only read the first 3 books. I still have to read A Court of something Starlight of Court of Frost and Starlight. That's actually on my TBR for this month. I'm going to try to read it as soon as possible while it's still chilly, because it's literally called The Court of Frost and Starlight. So it's like a wintry book. And it's pretty small. So I want to get to that this month. And I haven't read A Court of Silver Flames yet, but I'm excited. I don't know why everyone says they hate Nesta. Like, I don't know. I kind of love her, but everyone's like, no, I don't really like Nesta, so I wasn't really looking forward to reading this book. But I liked Nesta, especially in the last book, in A Court of Wings and Ruin. I really liked her. Oh, this is where it ends. Oh, yeah. I heard it's really sad. I'm rereading Catching Fire. That was the best one in the trilogy, to be honest. Super good. I read it in one sitting. Whoa. I have the worst attention span, so I'm very bad at reading books in one sitting. But yeah, this book is like a 500-page book, so there's no way I'm going to read this in one sitting. Watch me finish this tonight. No, I won't. There's no way. My attention span is way too short. Are you guys starting or continuing a reading journal for this year? I'm curious. I'm very minimalistic when it comes to my reading journal, because I know that if I make it too complicated, then I'll end up just getting annoyed with it and just give up on it altogether. So I like to keep mine very simple. Oh my gosh. I need to wake up. My goodness. Yeah, because I've done regular regular journals before, and regular bullet journals. Oh my gosh. I'm half asleep right now. I've done regular bullet journals before, for school and just planning out life, and I make it complicated, and it's pretty, but then after a couple months I get bored of it and irritated, and I just don't want to keep going anymore. So I just the more simple, the better. Because why make it difficult on yourself? And this isn't something that I do as like something that's therapeutic, you know what I mean? It's something I do to simply log what I read, because I don't like the pre-made reading journals because most of them don't have exactly what I need from them. And just being able to make my own spread makes it a little easier for me to just like customize everything that's in it, and it's just more suited to me. Because some things that I may want to record might not be the same things as what you might want to record. So that's why I like to do a bullet journal spread. Doing the yearly setup does take a while, but it's not like I do it every day. So, yeah. 1 sitting's finishing in 3 sittings. I've done a book in 1 sitting. It was Paper Towns by John Green when I was like 15. It was because I was in France and I had the book on me. I didn't have internet because I was in a foreign country. I don't have data and there was no Wi-Fi. And we were at a dinner and everyone was talking. People were speaking French and I didn't know what was going on. So I was just reading my book. And I read the whole entire book in 1 sitting during that dinner. I remember vividly. That was the only time I'd ever read a book in 1 sitting. I want to start a reading journal, but I don't know where to start, and school is starting soon, so I might not have space. I totally get that. Like, if I did this during my fall semester of my last semester of college. I started this, so this past semester. And I don't think I would have been able to keep up with it if it wasn't for like, this semester was probably the easiest one in my whole college career. So I feel like that really helped. And also, I didn't really read as much this past semester because I was still busy. I mostly read manga. Like, the most I'd read was in September. But I just like, in December I only read 1 book. I didn't really need to log anything. So I totally get you by like when you say that you don't know if you'll be able to start during school. I'm so sorry if my words and my thoughts are so incohesive. I'm like half asleep. Not a big fan of book journals to track my reading, but I think they're cute. I've seen people use Notion to track reading. That seems really, what's the word? Organized. And it gives you a bunch of data as well. So it just generates data. So like the sum of all the pages you've read, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to manually do it. I just like having the physical thing. Also, I like using Excel. So if I wasn't doing this physical journal, I'd probably do one on Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel. I'm a big fan of Excel. I use it for work and I just love it so much. But to each their own. Some people just track on Goodreads, and that's fine too. Goodreads is amazing. It gives you all that wrap-up stuff too. Storygraph also gives you a lot of data. Even in like the genres or the lightheartedness of the book, if you like to read sad books versus like more upbeat books. Yeah. All right. Are we ready to start next book? Oh, I wanted to share my TBR for this month. Not start the next book, the next sprint. Oh my gosh, do you hear me? I am like so out of it right now. Anyway, My TBR for this month is, or Our Violent Ends, but I already read that one. Foul Lady Fortune, which is what I'm reading right now. A Quarter Frost and Starlight, which I mentioned earlier. And then I want to read Twisted Lies because it's the last book in the Twisted series. I just need to finish it. The Caraval trilogy, so Caraval, Legendary, and Finale. And then the Cruel Prince trilogy, which is The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing. And I'm planning on doing vlogs for the Caraval trilogy and the Cruel Prince trilogy. So hopefully I can get to that. Hopefully I can get to that soon. I do have a book haul that I need to film and edit and upload, so do everything for. And I do have to do my what I read in 2022, 44 books, like I said earlier. But I kind of need to clean my room first because I just moved back from my apartment for school and everything is all over the place and everything is a mess. I have stuff all over the house and I feel so bad, but I need to clean my room, y'all. It's really bad. But the bookshelves also need to be reorganized as well. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there. But I'm excited. I want to do a bookshelf tour after I finish cleaning everything because I've never done a bookshelf tour before and I feel like it's time. I think it's time. Yes, I use Goodreads because it's very easy. It is. It's so simple and I love Goodreads. I will never stray from Goodreads. I tried Storygraph and it just felt weird. I didn't like it. I trust Goodreads data of like the star ratings for books over Storygraph because Goodreads just typically has more people entering their data than Storygraph does. So that's why I use it. Yeah, I need to reorganize my bookshelves. Like I'm running out of fantasy space. But yeah, it's just I share my space for my bookshelves with my Funko Pops. So that also takes a lot of space as well. But yeah, let's just get started on the next sprint. I've been talking for way too long. So, all right. Here we go, 45 minutes. Happy reading, y'all. Hey everyone. Hello, welcome. Sorry, I'm looking a little crusty right now. I got to page 100, which means that I read 46 pages. I read like a page a minute. I used to be able to read like 100 pages in an hour, but I think I'm like half asleep. Also, it depends on like words per minute too. I feel like as a reader I tend to focus more on pages per minute, but or like pages per hour, but in reality you can have like 100 words on a page versus 1,000 words on a page. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm rambling. I got this far, which is pretty decent. I'm on page 100 and I'm about to finish this chapter. So that kind of annoyed me that I didn't finish this chapter, but to be fair, it's like 3 pages long. So yeah, 54 pages because I started on 46 pages because I started on page 54 for that sprint. 60 pages. That's so good. Congrats. If you guys are new, please let me know in the comments what you're reading because I'm curious. I do want to do a sprint sometime soon where I like keep going until I finish a book, which I feel like is doable. Okay. Oh, but what am I saying? I read 43. That's about the same amount as I did. What time is it? 8:06. Page 334. Oh, you're almost done, I'm assuming? A Prison Healer? Prison Healer. Oh, that book. I didn't realize how high of ratings that book has. Wow. How are you liking it so far? Because I see some pretty high ratings. Okay. More spin soon. This is helping me get through my book. It really does help because it like forces me to pay attention, and I think this jazz music is really helping me. Again, if you didn't see earlier, this isn't like an ad or anything. It's just because it helps me. I use this playlist, or I am using this playlist as I'm reading, and it's nice because it's like my white noise, I guess, while I'm reading. It's like, so it's not dead in my room, just flat silent. I really like the jazz music. It's very much like a cafe, and I love it. I'm liking it a lot. Okay, I'll have to check it out because the reviews are pretty good, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I want to get about halfway through this book. I'm on page 100, and halfway is about, because this is like 500 pages. Oh, I don't want to read that. That is spoilers. There's 551 pages. So 551 divided by 2 is about 275-ish. Oh, I flipped out 275 my first try. So I want to get to about here before I go to bed tonight. I think that's a good place to stop. So I will be doing sprints until things die down on here. If y'all get tired and need to go to sleep, I don't know what time it is for you guys, but that's doable, right? I started at page 28 today. I'm already at 100. So I read about this much. So how many more sprints is that? Like 45-minute sprints. Because this was 28 to 100, which is 72 pages. Took me an hour and 15 minutes. So if we're talking, let's do some ratios. Let's do some math, guys. 11 p.m. I'm like an old lady now. I fall asleep by like midnight or before midnight. I'm going to put the series in my TBR. I have so much in my TBR, you guys. In my physical TBR alone, it's so bad. And then I have a bunch of books on my Kindle that I want to get to. But there's just so much that I want to read that I just need more time. Not enough time in the day. Okay, so I took an hour and 15 minutes, or let's just say 75 minutes to read 92 pages. 72 pages. 75 minutes to read 72 pages. And I still have, how many pages left? 175 pages left to go. So if I read 72 pages in 75 minutes, 72 divided by 75, 72 pages in 75 minutes, then I need to do 175 pages in X minutes. So 75 times 175 equals divided by 72, 182 minutes. And I will be halfway through the book. I did some crazy ratios right now, y'all. I'm also EST. I'm so tired, but this is so fun. It really does help with my motivation. It's 9 for me. Oh, so you're only an hour ahead of me. I'm tired but determined to stay at least one more sprint. I have to wake up at 6. Oof. Yeah, I have to wake up. I have work at 8:30, so I want to wake up at 6:30. So I can wake up at 7. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll probably do a couple more. 182 divided by 45. 4 more sprints. That's a lot. 4 sprints. Okay. We'll see if we can get to 4 sprints. I work at 8 tomorrow. Oh my gosh. You guys have motivation. You guys have motivation. I'm just trying to get this book done so that I can just keep reading, because again, I'm trying to read 100 this year and I'm like on a roll. I read 2 books this past week. So I'm trying to just keep cranking them out. We should do more tomorrow for sure. I will try to do more tomorrow. We shall see. That would be cool if I could do more tomorrow and then just finish this book. But I do need to finish, what's it called? Unpacking my room, or cleaning it up and unpacking my stuff from my apartment. So I might end a little earlier tomorrow or start a little later tomorrow. 23 this year. That's a good goal. That's what, like about 2 books a month? That's very much doable. In 2021, I read 18 books in 1 month at one point. And I was like, if I do that every single month, 18 times 12 is 216 books. Like, imagine if I did that. But we shall see. Honestly, reading has helped my mental health so much. I feel like reading, I'm a very creative and artistic person. So I like to do like journaling, reading. I like to make music. I'm a singer songwriter, by the way. If you haven't listened to my music, you should. It's in the description. I also make jewelry. I have a jewelry business. I do like so many things because I love doing it and I think it's fun. But that just like doing creative things really helps me mentally. And I feel like if I wasn't doing those things, I would probably be going insane. Um, so I really love being creative and just, I honestly feel like doing creative things and artistic things really helps with mental health. And I think one of the reasons why mental health is declining is because a lot of like public schools and stuff have been cutting out arts and stuff like that from schools and stuff like that. So I feel like just making that on your own and just having your own sort of creative outlet is very important. And there's my spiel on that. 80 books, that's a good goal too. Oh, yes. Yes, I agree. Yeah, it's best to find a creative outlet that you like, obviously, to help your mental health. It would suck if you force yourself to do a creative outlet that you hate. But yeah, I love reading so much. My goal is to read all my physical, aka 90 books. I don't even know how many are on my physical TBR. I think I have like 125 ish. Last time I checked, I had 100 and I bought more books. So I feel like I have 125 ish. So it'd be great if I did read 100 books this year and just only had 25 left. But I know I'm going to end up buying some because um, Chloe Gong has like a couple short stories coming out in this universe. And then the third book in the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher is coming out. It's called The Final Offer, and it's coming out this month. Yeah, the 31st of this month. So I will be buying that. And if anyone else decides to publish anything, if any one of my favorite authors decides to publish anything, I will be buying that. But I told myself I will not be buying any books unless it's a continuation of a series or from a author that I really like and have been like anticipating the release. I love reading digital journals. What do you mean by digital journals? Like blogs? I love my digital planner. I use a digital planner. Really trying to. Yeah. I'm doing the same thing. I don't put my books on my shelves until I've read them, just because I feel like it's so easy for them to get lost in the shelves and then I forget what I've read and what I haven't read and I can't really see exactly what I've read. There are some books on my shelves that I haven't read yet, but I'm not planning on reading them. I just have them as like a collection, like a collector thing. Like I have the 3 books in Cassandra Clare's, what is it? Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows, Queen of Air and Darkness, that trilogy. I'm not going to read them, at least not in the near future, because there's so many other books that I want to read. But I have those books and I don't want to get rid of them. In case someone wants to borrow them or something like that. And they're signed, so I don't want to get rid of them. I have like a bunch of companion novels that I probably am never going to read for books, but I like to have them with the original series that I read and liked because it's like a complete set. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh, I'm dead. I read it as like I love reading digital journals, but you meant I love like reading digital journals. Like not actually reading the digital journals, but like the digital journals for reading. I read that so wrong. Yeah. Mine's not digital, mine's like a physical one, like y'all saw it earlier. But I like to use the digital planner for just my personal planner. Um because I don't really like lugging around a planner everywhere. I like that my digital one can also be pulled up on my phone. I use GoodNotes, by the way, if you're wondering. But yeah, I just moved to the digital reading journal. I tried a digital reading journal actually last year, and it just didn't stick. Um, but I feel like it is easier and it's a lot more convenient, especially if you know that you have a hard time sticking with them. But I don't know, I just ended up starting this physical one and I really enjoyed it. So I've just been sticking with it. Um, and I was thinking about making a new journal completely for 2023, but I'm like, I have so much pages. I have so many pages left. So I didn't want to waste that. And this was kind of expensive. I bought it on Amazon, but it was like 20 something dollars. I'm not going to waste that. And the pages are super thick. That's what I love about this journal. Like I was using this really dark marker earlier and nothing bled through. It's fantastic. Like look at this. Nothing bled through. Nothing at all. Like it's amazing. I love this journal. I feel like in this whole video, I feel like I sound like I'm a living, breathing, walking ad, but I'm not advertising anything. I just genuinely love these things. I use GoodNotes, but moved to Zinnia. I've never heard of Zinnia. I will look that up though. Thank you for mentioning that. I will write that on my post-it note that I'm using as my bookmark. Zinnia. Isn't that the name of a flower? I still like writing in books. I just love writing in a physical planner. I like writing in my books too, except for when they're signed. So like I haven't been writing in this one. I was reading Our Violent Ends on my phone. I downloaded it on my phone because I was reading it on the plane and it was dark. And I didn't want to bother the people around me. But what was I gonna say? I highlighted some things on there that I do still need to transfer into my book. But yeah, there were some pretty good quotes in that one. That one was really good. Y'all, if you haven't read it yet, you should read the These Violent Delights duet. It's pretty good. But yeah, I need to do 4 more sprints to get halfway through this book. Honestly, if I'm a third through, I won't be upset. Like about this much. Maybe even page 200, so like one like that. We'll see. You know, we'll see. We'll see. All right, everyone, are we ready for another sprint? Are we ready? Usually I do sprints at like 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, because that's when all the people in the UK are awake. And like, I'm always half awake during that time too, because I like just wake up, I put some mascara on, and then I'm like, all right, everyone, time for some sprints. So, Yes, this is a pin board on my wall. Let me show you real quick. These are just my pins from Disneyland. I actually just started redoing my room because I'm moving back from college. But this was here when I had like my bunk bed, loft desk, and it was kind of hidden. But now it's just out in the open. But I kind of don't mind it. I think I want to move it though, maybe over my desk instead of over my bed. I don't know, because I feel like what if in my sleep I knock it over and then like poke myself in the eye or something. I don't know. But these are my pins. They're all pretty much, for the most part, from Disneyland. But if you didn't know, I live in like the LA area, so Disneyland's pretty close to me. This one's one of my favorites. It's Heimlich from A Bug's Life. It says, I'm a beautiful butterfly. Oh, and my Remy one. Love it. Mushu. My favorite Pixar movies are Bugs Life and what? Bugs Life and Ratatouille. Ratatouille is my number one though. From the Avengers Campus. Oh, this is my Shadowhunter one I got a long time ago. These are like book ones. This one's from a boba shop. This was from my old work. And this is just a Karopi one. Oh, these are from traveling. This is a Broadway show I watched. Yeah, just a bunch of them, but yeah, for the most part, they're mostly Disney ones. Oh, I love this one too, my Edna Mode pin. Um, but yeah, and then I just have this little collage I made over quarantine. I'm gonna make a little mural collage thing here, but slowly. I need to clean the rest of my room first. I have one as well from all my Disney World pins. I used to buy one of these every single time I went to Disney, but that was when I was a kid, and I didn't go to Disney all the time. But now I have a pass, and sometimes I go like 4 times a month, and I can't afford to spend $15 on a pin 4 times a month. Like that's $60. The mouse already gets $60 a month from me for my pass. Like I can't afford it. But this is all I have. They used to be on one of those lanyards. Got too heavy, couldn't do it anymore. So, yeah, now I just like to collect them when I travel. I haven't been doing that very consistently, but yeah, I usually get a bunch from France whenever I go. But yeah, I do need to get a better quality pin board. This one's from Daiso, so it's kind of thin. So if you notice, like the pins are kind of sticking out. It's because it's not thick enough. So I do need to get a better pin board. Maybe I'll replace it before I move it. Um, Love Stitch, I am save another. Oh, nice! Disney World. Yeah, the mouse does get $60 a month for me. So I don't know if I want to give him any more. I love buying ears though. That's like my weakness. I love buying ears. Like you will see me every single time I go to Disney with a new set of ears. It's bad. But I started supporting some small businesses that make ears. My favorite one right now is called Gleam and Glitter. Let me show you their website. I know them through Instagram because I own a small business, so I just found them through like small business stuff. So let me show you. This is their Instagram. Hold on. This is their Instagram. They have, oh my gosh, no, those are so cute. Like they have the cutest handmade ears. I bought 2 from them. One is on the way, and then this one I also got from them. Well, no, not that one. It's this one. I got this plaid one from them. And then this is their website. It's so cute. Like they're like always sold out. Yeah, they're sold out, but they restock like pretty much every Friday. Yeah, anyway, they are literally so adorable. I love them. You should definitely check them out. They're fantastic. They do take a little while to send out the ears, but it's pretty much because whenever you buy ears, you're pre-ordering them. So you buy them and then she makes them. It takes like 2 weeks for processing, and then she sends them out after that, after she makes them. But yeah, okay. Time for the next sprint. I'm sorry, y'all. That was a while, but we started having a good conversation about Disney. Okay, let's go back here and we'll do another sprint. I think things are starting to wind down, so I would like to do another one after this, but if everyone's wiped out, because I see the viewers have gone down, if everyone's wiped out, I will stop the sprint just because I don't. Yeah, okay. All right, everyone. Happy reading! Okay. I think that is going to be the last sprint. I'm going to keep reading, but I think 3 hours is enough. Hi, Elle. Welcome. Welcome. Glad you could join the last sprint. Hi, Caitlin. Love you too. I hope you enjoy your jewelry that I sent you. But yeah, it literally looks like I haven't moved. I only read like 34 pages for that one because I was talking to my parents. 36 pages actually. 36 pages. So I only read this much. But we're getting there. I do want to make it to page 200 at least before I go to sleep. Halfway would be like the ideal point, which is 275, but I want to make it to at least page 200, which is right here. So I just have a little bit left. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the sprint now. Much needed. This was very much needed. I will keep you guys posted in the Discord if I can do another sprint tonight. But I'm gonna clean my room a little bit because it needs to be done. And I will see you guys next time I have a sprint or in a video or in Discord. So yeah. Oh, nice. You are literally almost done. All right, guys. Good night to everyone in the United States or in this hemisphere. All right. Good night.